So I am not here to take away anybody's hamburger, okay? However, they have done multiple studies that show if we reduce the amount of red meat in our diet, that tends to be a healthier choice. There are some organizations that recommend that we remove it, but many talk about reducing it, okay? So what would be ways to have protein in your diet without red meat? Beans.
There's lots of veggie sources, yeah.
Yep, lots of, it's like quinoa, things like that. What else?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter, absolutely. Eggs.
Fish and chicken.
Fish and chicken. Yogurt, tofu if you're a fan, not so much. Any of those kinds of things are ways to get protein into our diet. So it's not that hard to do, right? Not that hard to do. And with the red meat, part of the issue, actually before I get to that, I want to address your point here. My world is all about cancer, so that's what I tend to talk about. But the nutrition information and the physical activity information that we're going to be talking about, that also reduces a person's risk of a variety of other chronic illnesses. So diabetes, high blood pressure, stroke, heart disease. So these are things that are healthy behaviors with regard to a variety of chronic illnesses. I just happen to be talking about cancer. Okay? So real important to hear that. So part of the issue with the red meat is the, what did you call it?
Popcorn meatloaf.
Yeah, the popcorn meatloaf, which is not that. So this here is my 5 pounds of fat. Okay? And the reason this is an issue is that they have linked obesity to a high risk of cancer. Okay, also a high risk, again, of other chronic illnesses. Okay? And right now, state of Maine, 29% of people living in Maine are considered to be obese. And the belief is, if things don't change, by 2030, 54%, over half the people living in Maine, will be considered to be obese. And that's a health risk. That's a health risk. So that's why this is an issue, and that's one of the reasons the red meat is an issue. It has a high amount of fat in it. So I just have a couple of things here just to show you with regard to fat. So for example, and this is just purely talking about fat, but for a baked potato, has this much fat in it, it's down there at the bottom, versus French fries, right? Not a big surprise. If you're looking at things like pasta marinara, so just the plain red sauce without the meat, versus Alfredo, which has a lot of the cheese, the milk, and the fats in it. Again, pretty big difference there. I've got a whole variety of other things folks can look through up here. But again, the more that we think about sort of what we do, the healthier choices we're more likely to make. So the other thing, we've heard a lot in the media about sugar in beverages. And the reason I'm talking about this is that these beverages, in particular sodas and things like that, which don't really give us any other nutritional value, give us empty calories. Empty calories can lead to weight gain, which leads to obesity. So that's kind of my ladder that I'm going up here. So again, I just want to show you a couple of things. Even something like vitamin water has this much sugar. Okay? 10 teaspoons of sugar, added sugar, is what the recommendation is that we don't go over per day. That's about what this is right here. Okay? It's still nice and warm outside. People are drinking iced tea. There's this much sugar in this iced tea right here.
Which one is that? Is that the sweet tea or the regular?
This is the sweet tea.
Yeah.
Now, if you have the regular without any sugar in it, right? You're good to go. So, all right, this is Red Bull. Red Bull has a whole host of issues that I'm not going to go into. However, one of them is that it has this much sugar. Skinny little can right here has this much sugar in it. Lemonade, lemons, that's fruit. That ought to be good for you, right? That much sugar in that lemonade. And then, of course, we have Mountain Dew. I think my right now buy your breakfast cereal, and if you put this much sugar on your cereal in the morning, you wouldn't be able to see your cereal. And that's how much is in here. That's how much is in here. Just really important to be thoughtful about what it is. I'm not saying never have one of these things, but sometimes we just grab things out of habit, we don't think about it. I'm inviting you to think about it. Just to think about it. And again, then we're more likely to make those better choices for ourselves. Water, of course, which has no sugar. Woo-hoo, best way to hydrate. But I do this for kids, although I have to do it for adults as well. Gatorade has a significant amount of sugar in it, right? And people say, well, it's got the electrolytes and things like that, which is true. However, most of us don't run 2 hours on a soccer field, right? And so if you're running a marathon, yeah, have a Gatorade. But most of us aren't doing that. And the best way to hydrate ourselves is simply with water. Questions about any of that so far? So just want to talk a little bit here about, yeah. Okay, so what I need now are 2 volunteers who are good readers. And don't mind sharing. Thank you, sir. I'm going to give you this one.
Come on.
I know. So what I have here is my bag of frozen pizza rolls. And your name?
Greg.
Greg is kindly volunteering to read the entire list of ingredients out loud.
Okay.
And anything that is a challenge to pronounce, don't worry about it. Blow right through it. Do the best you can. Everything in the parentheses, the whole 9 yards.
All right.
And for you all to count in your heads how many times you hear salt or sodium.
Okay. Ingredients. Enriched flour, wheat flour, niacin, ferrous sulfate, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, tomato puree, water, tomato paste, water, imitation mozzarella cheese, which is water, palm oil, rennet casein, modified cornstarch, soybean oil, potato starch, cellulose powder, vital wheat gluten, because it's vital. No, I don't. Salt, sodium aluminum phosphate, potassium chloride, citric acid, potassium sorbate, which is a preservative, titanium dioxide, artificial color, sodium citrate, sodium phosphate, maltodextrin, magnesium oxide, zinc oxide, vitamin A, palmitate, riboflavin, vitamin B12, imitation mozzarella cheese, which is water, palm oil, rennet casein, soybean oil, cellulose powder, potato starch, vital wheat gluten, sodium aluminum phosphate, salt, potassium chloride, citric acid, potassium sorbate, or preservative, sodium phosphate, sodium citrate, titanium dioxide, artificial color, maltodextrin, magnesium oxide, zinc oxide, vitamin A, palmitate, riboflavin, vitamin B12. Canola oil contains less than 2% of rehydrated, pasteurized, processed, non-fat mozzarella cheese, water, non-fat milk, cheese cultures, salt, enzymes, citric acid, vitamin A, palmitate, vitamin B6, sodium aluminum phosphate, sodium citrate, sodium phosphate, sugar, modified cornstarch, salt, modified whey, defatted soy flour, spice, onion powder, methyl cellulose, rehydrated enzyme, modified cheese, water, milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes, TBHQ, preservative, natural flavor.
I love that natural flavor. Yeah. So, food or my son's
Or like
chemistry experiment.
a metalworking company.
Yeah, right? I know. So how many times did you get salt or sodium?
Like 14.
Wow.
What's in here, right? Modified cheese. Yeah. So just really important to know what it is.